It's the story causing the biggest issue ever. A viral bullying video. Only this time, it wasn't just on another student. No. This student in particular was special needs. Special needs. Now, I do not have that video. But if I did have that video playing on that screen right there, it would be very disturbing, but I'm not going to play that video clip. Because this is very disturbing racial slurs, which I do not want to bring racism into this. I've spent like taking racism out of these textbooks, out of the Give Me a Break textbooks. So what you really have here is a simple case of bullying a special needs person. Listen to the article.
This news story was written by Nicole Asbury. Severna Park High students disciplined in bullying incident appear with special needs. And Arundel County students involved in a video showing a student with special needs being bullied have been identified and disciplined, officials said Friday. The video from Severna Park High School showed a student using a racial epithet and belittling and demeaning phrases toward a student with special needs. The video was sent to students and staff. The student who made the statements and the student who videotaped the incident have been identified, district spokesman Bob Mosier said. The school either is taking or has taken appropriate action with regards to anyone who is found to be involved, Mosier said. He declined to share details of what that action entailed. School system leaders were investigating the video, according to a letter from the high school's principal to parents earlier this week. The school's resource officer is also involved in the investigation. As a school community, we must never condemn children. However, I do condemn the actions in this video in the strongest possible terms, Principal Lindsay Abruzzo said in the letter. They are unacceptable anywhere, especially in a school setting where part of our mission as a collective community is to cultivate students who are kind, accepting, and inclusive. According to the school system's student handbook, biased behavior/language and bullying incidents can invoke the district's most severe disciplinary measures, which include suspension and expulsion. The video was sent to Severna Park students and staff via AirDrop, a mechanism that allows rapid file transfer between Apple devices. The feature can allow interactions to remain anonymous. A Twitter account also posted the video online this week, noting that it took place at Severna Park High. The account has since been deleted, but before it was, Michael McWhorter, a filmmaker based in Florida who has a large TikTok following, was sent the tweet by one of his followers. He posted about the incident on his own TikTok account and encouraged people to contact the school. McWhorter said he wanted the students involved to learn that the behavior was wrong while they were young. A lot of times I think parents, and I say this as a parent myself, don't want to overstep. We assume our child knows this is wrong, McWhorter, 45, said in an interview with the Washington Post on Friday. I've learned we can't just assume. He discouraged anyone from trying to contact the student who made the statements or sending threats to the school. In the letter to parents, Abruzzo applauded students and staff who received the video and quickly notified administrators. She also asked parents to inquire with their students about any other information about the incident and to impart to them that actions such as this are simply not okay.
And it's not okay. But I'm really glad that steps are being taken to follow this. Investigations, cooperating with police departments, and following the code of conduct. Now, in this particular case right here, I mean, you're bullying a special needs person. What is wrong with you? You don't have the right to bully somebody because of their special needs. If you start doing this, it's going to come back and bite you. I mean, look, I'm a special needs too. I have autism special. You're going to bully somebody who's autistic? Making fun of somebody who can't speak English? That's like making fun of Mexicans for not speaking English. I know and for everyone out there who's Mexican, I apologize out there. I'm just making statement. I apologize if you found that offensive. I am very sorry. But you probably get the picture here. We as society do not have the right, no right at all, to be picking on people. Regular person, any student, teacher, staff, parents, ethnicity, whatever, or special needs. We do not have the right to pick on people. Special needs people, we ought to be supporting people who are on the special needs, like the autism spectrum disorder. which I am on right now. If you're going to make fun of an autistic child, not so fast. Because if you would have decided, because we autistic people have feelings. We feel like, oh, we're just joking around. Like, we feel like we're just joking. Like, they don't take this as a joke. We feel like it's being taken very serious. And we go, I'm just messing with you. That's how I am. Someone feels like they want to sit there and say, no, this. They want to say, no, oh, just joking around. I mean, a joke is a joke. But comparing to something like school threats, if you make a threat to a school district, that is no joke. That can really lead you to getting yourself into a lot of trouble here, and you could be sitting in that jail cell 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, thinking about what you did and how you can make it right. Inside every bully, there's a coward. Let's remember that in the near future. A teacher assaults a student, meaning a teacher puts his hands on a student. A teacher throws a desk and is now being fired. Teacher tantrums when we return. Stay with us. Take a look at this viral video. That was very disturbing to watch. But now, the parent of the person who took that video is now telling his side of the story and walking through what happens in that video. This is resulting in teacher tantrums.
Another investigation is underway after an
This is going to result here in a GM giving an investigation into teacher tantrums, or teachers assaulting students, or teachers losing their cool. Well, in one category, it's just teacher tantrums. So you probably get the picture here. Teachers have like a bad day and all this and this. I mean, there's some fantastic teachers out there who I've seen probably on their bad days. If they're on a bad day, don't like talk to them. Just let them be in their bad day or try to cheer them up. But this was all caught on camera, and now that person's walking us through. So take a look.
Another investigation is underway after an Humble ISD teacher is accused of assaulting a student. It was all caught on camera.
Domly Keith joining us now live from Humble with more. It's so surprising, Domly, that it happened in a classroom at Humble High School.
Yeah, that's exactly what the parents are saying, and they're saying that the video of what happened to their son here at Humble High School yesterday is hard to watch. They say it's even more difficult knowing it was a teacher that put his hands on it.
This is when he grabbed them, slung them across the table and chairs, and then slammed them up against the wall.
Is this appropriate behavior for a teacher?
It's very upsetting.
Elvert Bolden says school officials told him there was a substitute in his son's class at Humble High School Wednesday, so this English teacher came into the class to tell his 10th grade son he's too loud and
stayed in his face, antagonizing him. My son told him, "You told him to be quiet. I'm not saying nothing else." And that's when I was told that the teacher snatched the chair from up under my baby.
Bolden says this teacher created chaos in the classroom, and he believes what you're seeing is a crime being committed against his son.
And then you see the students trying to get the teacher off of him. And he's steady yelling, "Why are you putting your hands on him?" Then he slam him on the ground, and he get on top of him. I want him doggone arrested, charges filed. I want his teacher's license revoked. I don't want him to be able to go to no school in no state and be able to teach another child in the event that he may do this here again. If I would have put my hands on my baby, I would have been in jail.
He says his son, who was left limping, bruised, and with significant swelling, had to be taken to the emergency room. But Bolden says he's sure his teen would have been taken to jail if he had behaved like the teacher.
Yes, and would have went to jail. My son didn't put his hands on him. That teacher put his hands on my baby. But that teacher got to get in his vehicle and drive home. I have a problem with that. How is my son going to be mentally? We already see how he is physically. Physically, he'll heal. Myself, my wounds from the military heal, but I still deal with the invisible wounds of it, PTSD.
Now, Humble ISD sent the following statement to me saying, "This should not have happened. It is unacceptable. The teacher has been put on leave. An investigation is underway, and it is unlikely the teacher will return when the investigation concludes." Now, Humble ISD goes on to say, yesterday the teacher was helping out in another classroom when he used physical force to try to get a student to take a seat and listen. These actions are unacceptable and contrary to standards and expectations for all employees. Now, the district also says that it is cooperating fully with a law enforcement investigation. They say Humble ISD police are investigating this matter. Again, the teacher has not been charged. Humble ISD Police Department is investigating. I haven't been able to reach the teacher directly for comment. Reporting live in Humble, I'm Damalie Keith, Fox 26 News.
All right, let's break it down here. First of all, students helping out a teacher, that could be okay, but what about going into the other classroom? Going to the other classroom, asking for help, saying, "Hey, sorry to interrupt here, but we have a situation here." Or contacting the principal, running down the hallway saying, "I'm going to go get help. Miss Medley, something's happened." Or, "Mr. Smith, there's a fight going on in the classroom." Could have run as fast as they can. And then they want to try to break it up. But in this case right here, the students helped out. What would have happened was they should have gone to an adult, a stronger person, not just all students grabbing him, because this would have been like, break it up, come get over me, get over me. Right in the round tables. You get the picture here? That's what would have happened. You would have gotten assaulted, like hit in the face. Ow! 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 It would have been like not tense, like ow, or ow, ow. Or, of course, AFB's favorite. Oh. You can probably get the picture here, but it should have gone to the teacher here for this. There is more to this story with an update, a conference happening. That's happening right now. We'll play that conference for just a minute. We're continuing our investigation. Now, what you're seeing here is very disturbing. Up next, a very disturbing teacher tantrum video. This time 12 years ago. In that video, a teacher throws a desk, told his classmates to shut up. And what happened next would send everybody running away and asking for help. Stay with us. Now take a look at an old viral video that was circling around a school years ago, where Donald Morsi had taught for years. And at that time, he threw a tantrum. Now, let's read the article. Because I've watched this several times years ago. And it still wouldn't have been like going on. This is from CBS News 2010. Teacher's violent meltdown caught on tape. And you see, like, more and more videos are popping up on YouTube of teachers flipping out in front of their classes as students grab incidents on their cell phones. Like, all they do is go, yay, I'm gonna go viral, I'm gonna make me some money. This happened at McGovern High School in Nashville Friday. It was so extreme. The teacher's name was Brian Wood. He had taught for several years. But the sister said in a news conference Monday, her brother regrets his action. He expressed his passion for teaching and loved, she said. But the father of Vice President Administrator Lee continues to treatment nearby a hospital. So they haven't taken away on a stretcher, but here's the video clip, and I gotta warn you, this is just very disturbing to watch.
Sin in my life is shut up. Shut up. You can be absolutely quiet. If you can shut your mouth. You can shut your mouth and you can listen. I'm gonna come. You get absolutely silent. You know why? Because I have the power. I've got the power. I got it. Okay, you got it. And I know it. And guess who else knows it? You want another table? Do you know who started the fire in this school? No, me!
So yeah, they ran out, and a lot of things have happened ever since. A lot of things have happened. He's now placed administrative leave. But now let's hear what the Young Turks have to say. So watch. And don't ignore those ads. Some of them may be skippable, some of them may be unskippable. GMB. All right, now take a look.
This teacher is from Tennessee, and he was fired after he had a nervous breakdown in his classroom. He actually ended up throwing two chairs, a garbage can, two tables, a garbage can, and a chair during his 11th grade algebra class. We actually have video of this. One of the students was taking video with his cell phone. So let's watch the video, and I'll give you more details on this story.
Another student in my life is shut up. Shut up. If you can be absolutely quiet, if you can shut your mouth. You can shut your mouth and you can listen. You get absolutely silent. Do you know why? Because I have the power. I've got the power. I got it. Okay, you got it. And I know it. And guess who else knows it? You want another table?
Yeah, we've already seen it, so I'm skipping.
All right, so as you can see in the beginning, It starts off pretty bad. He tells them to shut up, and everyone's laughing. It's chaotic in the classroom, and it escalates to the point where he's throwing things around. To be honest, look, I've looked at that video so many times, and in the beginning, it almost seems like he's joking around with the students because he has like this grin on his face. So I know that if I were in that classroom, I wouldn't necessarily take him that seriously. But then toward the end, he totally flips out and loses it. And, you know, some of the students got scared. They got out of the classroom. And some of them didn't even go to any of their other classes for the rest of the day because they were so distraught over what happened. Cenk, what are your thoughts on this video?
First of all, shut your mouth. That was my favorite part of the video, actually.
Right.
So, no, of course, you know, here, I got an idea. If you're a teacher, don't throw stuff at the kids. That's crazy. Don't throw stuff anywhere. It's equally crazy. So, I mean, there's not much of a conversation here. Guilty.
Right. Yeah, no, I agree. Guilty, 100%. He's been a teacher for 32 years, and that's the part that really interests me. The fact that you can be a teacher for so long, or you can work in any profession for so long, and you never know how it's going to end. Like, you never know when you're going to flip your shit and it's going to go crazy. You're going to go crazy and lose everything.
You know what, though, Anna? Now that you told me that about the 32 years, not guilty.
Really?
He's been putting up with their bullshit for 32 freaking years, right?
Right.
And he's like, you know what? I had enough of this. End of this.
Yeah, and he just let it all go. Well, authorities came, of course, and they talked to him, and they said that he suffered a nervous breakdown, and when he was talking to police, he wasn't making much sense, so he was completely out of it. I mean, God, a little part of me does sympathize with him a little bit. First of all, you can't throw chairs, you can't throw anything at kids, that's crazy. But I can understand having a nervous breakdown when you're dealing with unruly kids day in and day out. So part of me feels kind of bad for him. But then, of course, another part of me is like, no, dude, you can't do that. You gotta find a better way to manage your emotions when you're in the classroom. Like,
you know, I have a solution to this then.
Mm-hmm.
Look, he's got to go, right? I mean, there's got to be something. I don't know if it's fired. I don't know if it's suspension, whatever. There's obviously has to be consequences. You can't throw stuff like that, right? But the flip side is, man, if he decides to retire or whatever, give him his pension. Don't mess with that, okay? Mm-hmm. So in that sense, let him go. Let him go. He's done his time, man. Imagine being in that classroom for 32 freaking years. You'd lose your mind too.
I'd lose my mind too if I saw something like this. I got a lot to say about this, and I want to say that. And stay with us because I got a lot to say. What do I have to say about that video clip that we saw of a teacher throwing chairs and garbage cans, whatever? I'm outrageous. I watched this several years and I was outrageous. I smirked and laughed. Like, no one was just taking them seriously. Because if I was in that classroom, I would not be damn well videotaped. If I went to something like this, I would take a picture, take a video or take a picture, find out what's going on, report it straight to the administration, and bam, like, here's what I would do. Okay, take a video. Situation number one, video. Okay, I'm taking a video, and oh my goodness, just throw it on the table. Stop. Run straight to the office. Mr. Smith, I gotta show you something. Show him the video. Okay, that's attempt number one. Another thing that attempt, he would just run and see what was going on, and then they would call an officer. Attempt number two, take a picture. What's going on in there? Mr. Smith, I have something to show you. What is it? What's going on? He threw a chair. He threw a chair. He threw a table. He's having a meltdown. We gotta do something. Okay. What's going on here? Put that chair down. Put that chair down. We gotta call someone. Number one, we have a teacher here who had a meltdown. Please come. Boom. Sir, put down the table, sir. put down the table. You want the table? Here's the table. Ugh. That would have been attempt number 1 if the teacher had thrown the table at the police. He would have been charged for assaulting a police officer and having no respect. He's got to be let go in this case. I mean, I'm glad this mistake continues. I was 13 at the time. And Lamar Wilson was the one that talked about this. So if you see something like this and you get suspicious, like this is not just about the teacher. This is about this is just about talking while the teacher's talking. And in this instance right here, if you see something like this, just talk to them or talk to yourself. It's kind of weird, but do it anyway. I mean, I never talked in class. It's very disruptive. It's the most common offense ever to be talking while a teacher's talking, and it's the biggest issue ever. I mean, I want to be on the same page as anybody else, but really what you have over here is just someone who just doesn't want to listen and not obey the rules. And if you were to, here's what you would do. If you were to Google teacher tantrums, if you were to Google a teacher meltdown, all these videos, all those videos like this.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut the hell up! Shut up! What's so funny?
Or this.
Because I like to yell. Okay. Okay, what?
Or this.
Get on my face. Don't you put your motherfucking hand in my face. Don't you tell me that. I'm gonna swear bust your fucking head right now, bitch. You heard what I said. Get out. I hate you, little dumbass. Dumbass. That's why you're so goddamn stupid now and still in the fucking 7th grade. You ignorant ass nigga. You ignorant. You got a
Okay. Or how about this one?
That doesn't listen to anyone. 5 times I'm asking you to listen.
How about this one?
But I am sure disgusted with the fact that you just have no respect for anybody, including yourself. And wearing this doesn't make you wonderful. Well, let's not go there, but you know what? It says be obedient, doesn't it? And you are not being obedient.
Okay.
You are not being obedient. That's all I'm saying.
That's a little gossip.
You are not being obedient by not listening to the teacher. I don't care who it is up here.
Hey, ma'am, that's kind of disrespectful to touch his class like that. No, you can't.
Yeah, tell me that I'm not in. Stop abusing your authority, bro, because it ain't gonna work. Get out. Get in. I'm standing right here.
Get in. Get out. Get out. Getting out.
It's not hard. I don't know why y'all teachers really think that y'all scare people. Y'all don't, bro. It's not scary.
Or about this one?
Why am I distracted? Why am I distracted, though? Exactly. Because I'm tired, I'm fed up, and I done had my last stroke with you this time.
This is the case of a student.
I'm going to school to learn.
But can you imagine ever flipping out at a little kid at a charter school? Can you ever imagine that? I'm going to play that when we come back. Stay with us. Now I'm going to play you another viral video clip about a teacher who berated her students. This is not just a regular school. It's a charter school. And if you're a royal fan of the show, you know that all charter schools spend less than the regular public schools. Public schools spend more, charter schools spend less. That's the whole picture here. But can you ever imagine like being there? You know, and can you just imagine a little child just being too smart and he's just berating the student and a parent goes and go, "You berating my little child? I want to sue your ass." Exactly. You think it's with an A? No, it ain't gonna be with an A. It's gonna be a viral video from a charter school. Take a look.
That's the one you cut or you split. So count it again, making sure you're counting correctly. Count. Go to the calm down chair and sit. There's nothing that infuriates me more than when you don't do what's on your paper. Somebody come up and show me how she should have counted to get her answer that was 1 in a split. Show my friends and teach them.
1 in a split.
Thank you. Do not go back to your seat and show me one thing and then don't do it here. You're confusing everybody. Very upset and very disappointed.
Jesus.
Wow. Okay, so that was Charlotte Dial, and she's part of the so-called Success Academy. It's a network of high-performing schools in the New York area. Again, they're charter schools, so they're different from public schools. But that got her a little bit of a punishment. She got a suspension.
Reprimanded.
She got reprimanded, right. Let me give you the details. Now, let's go to graphic number 13, please. Despite the school's guidelines, which included mandates to refrain from yelling at students, using sarcastic tones, or giving consequences intended to shame children, Dial is back in the classroom after a brief, week-long suspension.
Yeah. Okay. So, look, teaching's not easy, and I want to give them wide leeway.
Let me tell you, it may not be easy to teach, but if you're going to sit there and be berating to your students, you need to stop. You need to calm down. If you got students out there having a problem, you need to say, you got to just threaten it a little bit and say, "Hey, if you continue this, I'm going to write you up." And just follow through with it. They don't want to listen? Follow through. That's the key. Don't we go on all these sarcastic tones like in all these videos right here, teachers being all these meltdowns right here. Or even this one from Chris Usher. A teacher screams at an autistic student and then gets angry. Take a look.
Well, if you're trying to prevent it, why the hell am I in here? Like, what the hell? Hey, calm down.
I'm not trying to prevent anything. I'm trying to get you to learn a lesson of.
Why the hell am I in here?
Why are you in this shield?
What the hell?
You're in this shield because. Would y'all shut up? Shut up! Stop it! Stop it! And you're an idiot. You want to get suspended and sent home over that? You're going to let one word bother you? But I'm going to let you understand one of these days you're going to say a word and you're going to get punched and you're going to get hurt because you should have learned to keep your mouth shut. Whether you call it bullying or whatever, then they're going to say, well, he's...
I'm going to let somebody run me over just because I'm smaller.
Oh, it has nothing to do with that. I'm telling you, you're going to get...
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't. You're not
I'm
going
going
to
to
get...
let somebody pick on just because I'm smaller.
Ethan,
And you're really not going to let it happen?
Ethan, you're the one that's saying stuff to other people is what I'm telling you.
Ethan,
you're the person that's saying stuff. You're the person that's saying stuff. You're bringing it on yourself. So it's not bullying. You're not going to get away with this. You got to stop it. You can't call someone else fat or say something else.
I didn't. You called me fat.
you understand it? I'm just telling you. You better, Ethan, I'm just telling you, you better figure out another way, because you're gonna end up getting yourself punched one day, and you're gonna be crying, you're gonna be all upset, and I'm gonna be like, Ethan, you could have avoided it. The other kid's gonna get in trouble, but you still got punched because you could have avoided it. But Ethan's always gotta say something, always gotta prove a point. And you, Jason, why? The kid wants popcorn, who cares?
Seriously? Now that should have been taken out to the school district. That should have been investigated. Teacher should have been left on leave. But no, they just completely ignored it. But can you ever imagine, like, in a classroom or even a college lecture hall, and over here going, ugh, a loud yawn, and you expect a college professor to flip out like this? Take a look. Don't take a look at that. All right. Take a look.
Two of those would be a telegram, right? Nobody knows what a telegram is anymore because we don't use them. Who just did that? No, I want to know. Stand up. We'll stay here until either that person admits who it is or the person sitting around them tells me who it is. Who was it? Nobody knows? It was back here? I've been hearing it in this room, like, regularly. And I'm not sure I believe that. Let me tell you something, you guys. My bad side is as bad as my pleasant side is pleasant. All right? Don't push me that way. I like to keep things informal in here as much as possible, but understand where the difference between informal and impolite is. And I won't tolerate impolite. If I hear one more of these overly loud yawns, get up and walk the hell out. Yawn outside. Stay out of class. Whatever it is you need to do to get over it. I want to know why 220 other people in this room don't find the need to do that. And you should be asking yourself, why am I the one loser that has to do that and 220 other people know better? Don't push me to this point again. All right. Now, if that didn't ruin the tone for the rest of the class, by the way, if somebody wants to anonymously tell me who it is, please do. All right? A kilobyte.
A kilobyte is something that teachers throw a tantrum about for yawning. For yawning. That's not the actual definition of a kilobyte. Bit, whatever, but you probably get the picture here. Overly loud yawns are a distraction to the classroom, even whether you're in school or college. If I saw that happening in college, let me tell you something. If I saw that happening, so someone go, whoop. Someone will say, hey, what are you doing? What? Hey. I go, hey. Him. He's just going, what's going on? Well, he was yawning and I had to stop him. Was it a loud yawn? Yawn? Yes, it was. Thank you. Well, We have time for a few more. Take a look.
I do have a couple quick announcements to take care of while we're waiting for this to boot up. Anyway, dude, seriously? Anyway, so we've got studies on Sona. Actually, you guys are taking care of the research. There are a whole bunch of studies on there. I offer you guys the extra credit deal, and had it with the phones. And consider that round 2 of April Fool.
Now that was just an April Fool's joke. But if this was real, I don't know what would have happened. But this isn't in there, so I'm gonna quick preview about this.
Speciesism is a disease.
Sorry about that. I'm gonna give you a quick preview in just a moment. Stay with us. Well, we are now out of time, but we're going to continue our investigation into teacher meltdowns tomorrow. I've been looking into other videos. And as for that parent conference for the 6-year-old, for that other thing, we're also going to deal with that tomorrow. Deal with it on our GMB Saturday. So, that's going to be on our next show. I hope you guys will tune in. That is GMB. That's it for this edition. That's all for this edition of Give Me a Break Friday going to Saturday. We'll see you again for Give Me a Break Saturday night. For all of us here, Give Me a Break. I hope you've had a great day. Have a good night, everyone.